Jane Hart's been my meditation teacher for 15 years, and Lynn has known her 20 years, ever since Lynn taught a class when Jane was studying to be a licensed Unity teacher. And Lynn was teaching a class at Unity headquarters, and Jane walked up to her afterwards and said, "I'm going to take you under my wing." And there's a warm connection there. We're very privileged to have her. She was an executive at Unity headquarters for many years, retired in the turn of the millennium, 1st of January 2000, and founded the Center for Enlightenment, which is dedicated to the soul, evolution, and enlightenment of all. She is a Unity licensed teacher, and she is a wonderful master teacher. So I'd like you to greet Jane Hart.
You know, first I'd like to begin by saying to you that I have visited many Unity churches throughout the country, and I find this congregation to be the highest energy congregation that I have ever been in. And that's saying a lot for you. That says to me that you are souls that are wanting to take responsibility for your evolution of your soul. And that means so much to this whole planet. It means so much to the evolution of this planet, far more than you can ever imagine. Because we are evolving and moving and having our being on this particular unit of enlightened energy on this planet, we are affecting what's going to be happening in the future, affecting it in a major, major, major way. So your growth and your expansion of consciousness that you all are in is going to shift the energy of this planet. And I can't say that strongly enough to you. You have the possibility to shift the energy of this planet. This group, and I mentioned you're different from most Unity churches because you have become more aware of your totality of being, much more aware. And in that, you understand that you have a responsibility to others. You are not only responsible for your own spiritual evolution, but you are also responsible for helping those who are in another category and that are learning and growing, and that you can help expand their consciousness. See, we're all in this together. We are all moving and having our being together. And it's exciting, and it's wonderful, and it's challenging, and it's the most exciting thing you can do in your life. You know we're going to be here doing this over again next lifetime if we don't get it right now, because it's an evolution of our soul. And we have had many, many lifetimes of moving in consciousness, and you've come into this lifetime prepared and ready to take a huge, vast spiritual step into a whole new dimension of being. Those are wonderful, exciting words, but how do you get there? You know, this is what I was wondering 45 years ago. How do I get there? What do I need to do? How do I even get in touch with this thing they call soul? Am I a soul? I think I'm a Jane and I'm a personality, but where on earth is my soul? And that was a question that I was asking myself. I really wanted to understand it because it was glossy words that had no meaning to me. And I was determined to find out what that meant. what does it mean that I'm a soul evolving? What does it mean that I perhaps have had other lifetimes? And to begin with my journey, I would like to share with you how I kind of began this spiritual journey, which started out in 1967, when I was very, very interested in moving my consciousness and finding out more about meditation. And so I began the process of trying to connect with that higher power that they say I have, but I didn't feel, but I wanted to find it. If it was there, I wanted to experience it. I wanted to know it. I wanted to be it. I wanted to be it. And that determination is what we have to have in order to take the steps to move into a new state of consciousness. Because with each new state of consciousness becomes a new step to take in order to expand it. We are expanding consciousness. That's all you are, is a consciousness. You may be in this body, but you are consciously aware of this body and how this body takes you places. But the body takes you places, but your consciousness is the thing that directs the body. So, knowing that your consciousness is so important to the whole of your whole beingness, you know that if you move your consciousness, you are going to be able to change the outcomes in your life. You will change how you feel about things, and how when this situation comes into your life and you want to understand it, why is this person in my life, and what do I need to do about them? They just rub me the wrong way all the time. I had that experience many times and couldn't figure it out. How do I handle this? And I began to take my spiritual thermometer, which I created, and I think most of you know already about, and I started to create this spiritual thermometer so that I could figure out where I was, mainly because I was from a 1 to a 10, bouncing back and forth, and I wanted to be steady on my journey. So I became the observer of the thermometer so that I could connect to what I was doing, because we're so automatic. We're just so automatic. And I realized how automatic I was. And so I needed to take a step back and watch myself. And in watching myself, I began to understand my habits. I began to understand how I was thinking about things. I understood how judgmental I was and how I weighed everything according to what Jane thought was important. And I didn't realize that everybody was doing the same thing. Everybody is doing the same thing. So when you start to look at yourself through this, I call it the magnifying glass, because once you start looking, you start seeing your things that need to be changed. And that got very scary for me. Very, very scary. Because I wasn't sure I wanted to change, or why it was important for me to change. But slowly but surely, I started to get the picture. And I started to realize that every time that I needed to change or was unhappy about something, that I needed to change the way I thought about it. And that started a whole revolution in my consciousness. There is great support. So when you are taking these new steps that you are taking, and you are ready for these new steps that are right here present for you, right in this congregation, because you have so much light and so much energy, you folks are going to move much quicker than the average spiritual student. Because when we're all on the same page, and we're all pushing and helping each other, and we're all trying to change the way we are thinking, it's powerful, and we'll move so much faster. And that's why I'm so excited about you guys. I'm so excited because I see that. I feel it. As I'm standing here talking to you, I feel your energy. I feel your life. I feel your inquisitiveness. I feel your courage. I feel your courage to take that step. And genuinely, you need to have the courage to open that door and to look beyond. Look beyond. And I know when I was trying to take those steps and look beyond, I got very scared at times because I was in a place I'd never been before, trying to understand something that there was no little book to tell me about. I was having spiritual experiences that I didn't understand, but eventually I said, I have to have a teacher. There's got to be a teacher around here somewhere. And I was looking all over for a teacher, and I couldn't find a teacher. And then one day as I was meditating, I'm saying, where's my teacher? And I heard this still small voice say to me, I'm your teacher. I thought, what? I'm your teacher? What does that mean? And it was like, I'm your teacher. Okay, I got a teacher, but it's an out-of-body teacher. What do you do with an out-of-body teacher? That's pretty scary, an out-of-body teacher, but I got one. And I embraced it. And I started to talk to my out-of-body teacher. I would say, I have this problem. Can you help me? Can you help me to understand more? And things started happening in my consciousness, and I began to see things and understand things through this out-of-body teacher that was helping me to understand. You all have out-of-body teachers that are helping you, and acknowledge them and talk to them because they want to integrate with you. They want to support you. They want to give you understanding. And the way this works is that when you meditate and you are still and you acknowledge that this power that you have been given, a gift of a very unique spiritual being that has gone through the evolutionary process and has become enlightened, that they are here to support and love you and to open you up and help you to take whatever steps you need to take. So you aren't alone, but you have to, I found that I had to acknowledge it. I had to say, okay, you're here, you are going to be my partner in this, and you are going to take me down the road and show me what I need to know. And once I started doing that, the doors flew open, and I became very much more in tune with what I needed to do, and I wasn't floundering so much. So make that a promise to yourself that even if you are just a little bit hesitant about this and say, I'm not sure she knows what she's talking about, oh, why not try it? It won't hurt. You know, why not? But once you let that energy go out, it's like an energy. You are a powerful energy force, and you let the energy out, boom! That teacher recognizes your vibration. That teacher recognizes your sincerity in your dedication, and then that teacher comes in a vibration and energy that you will understand. Because it's different. And only as you practice this will you start to feel that there's a lifting up, that there's a understanding. You'll have dreams. You will have somebody knocking at your door and giving you a message, and you'll know that's a message from your out-of-body teacher. And there's all kinds of songs on radios. There's all kinds of ways that this can come to you. But you have to be alert to it. You have to say, okay, I'm going to open my eyes, I'm going to listen harder, and I'm going to find my way through the maze. Because it is a maze. Well, the spiritual journey is a very strange maze that you have to go through. Because there's so many parts to the journey. There's so many little things that you need to understand on each step of your enlightenment. Because we are a being of light and energy, power and strength. But we have to acknowledge that part of us. Empower ourselves to be in the presence. Because God is present right in this room. the God energy, the God vibration is spurring out all over this room. And it is contacting with you. It's in you. It's through you. It's beyond you. And it raises you. And it gives you new insights. And all we have to do is begin the acknowledgement. Help me to acknowledge you in me so I can see what I need to see and understand what I need to understand. God is powerful in you. You are the center for enlightenment. You are, in many ways, I found out, in many ways, I was my own teacher. I was my own teacher. This energy and power was the essence of my spiritual being pushing me forward and inviting me to take bigger steps and inviting me to not be so fearful that something was going to happen and I would lose my mind or something like that because the energy gets so powerful. But you have the comfort. And the wonderful thing that you have here is you have each other. You have each other as your comforter and as your support team. Here you're having classes on meditation and Reiki, and Lynn is teaching a class on reincarnation, Charles Fillmore, which I put together years ago, probably 20 years ago, when I was at Unity School and I was doing my classes and I had to teach a class on reincarnation and there wasn't much out there for me to teach from. So I went down to the archives of Unity Village and I went through all the things that Charles Fillmore, Ernest Wilson, all the great mystics of Unity, and I put a wonderful syllabus together in support of what Charles Fillmore had to say about the evolution of our soul. And Lynn will be teaching that class on Thursday in June, and so I hope that you'll all join her because there's a lot of information there that I don't have time to go over with you, but she does, and she can support you. And this meditation class that's on Wednesday night, wonderful. And the Reiki, learning to use energy properly is another wonderful thing. You see, you have all these things happening in your church to support your evolution of your soul. You know, I found out that even if I didn't believe in any of this, I still had a road I had to go down. And just to be this human being, and the same problems would have existed had I not taken the spiritual journey. But since I took the spiritual journey, all the things that were happening in my life, I had a new understanding and could forgive and let go and release and work through so that I could become more clear. So the journey is about making you clearer about who you are, because you have the ability within you. You have everything you need to take whatever steps you need to come into this state of awareness where you are one with the presence of God, one with that energy, and you feel it, and you experience it, and you feel your body radiating and moving with the rhythm of the universe. And it's so much greater than being the human being that just kind of plods along, because you're so much more. And I want to encourage you to take the steps necessary. And there's many steps to take. But in the process, oh, thank you, God, in the process, we become totally aligned with our soul. The greatest thing you can do is align yourself with the soul energy rather than the personality self. The personality self moves over and takes second seat to the soul. The soul then becomes the user of the personality. Because we have to have a vehicle. I have to stand here and I have to have a vehicle to talk to you on, to blend with you. But You're seeing my soul. This is my soul that's speaking to you. This is not a personality speaking to you. I am the soul speaking to you. I am your soul. I am your soul. You are my soul. We aren't separated at all. And as we move into the space of being, we find out that this soul is so beautiful and so precious and so strong and so determined to do that what needs to do, to take its huge evolutionary step into a whole new dimension of pure beingness. The words, the invocation this morning about pure beingness is within your grasp. It's within your grasp. It's who you are and why you are. And you're on an adventure of a lifetime. An adventure of a lifetime that you'll never be sorry you went on, because it's the most exciting revelations that you have, understandings, and going beyond who you ever thought you were in the first place. Going beyond whoever you thought you were in the first place. So with those words, I'd like to take you into a meditation. I'd like you just to take a deep breath and know that there is a new energy flowing in and through you. New vibration, new energy. Attracting that special teacher that belongs to you. That special energy that belongs to you that will make itself present to your conscious mind. You are unlimited. You are unlimited. You are connected to the cosmic energy of this planet. And those aren't just pretty words. They are the truth of you. They are the essence of you. You are moving and having your being in this new vibratory rate that's coming into this planet to awaken and awaken more of us to the truth of our being. More of us to the truth of our being. And we are grateful. We are grateful to be here together as one huge electrical unit that is calling forth all the energy of the planet right into this room, right into this very essence of this room. And we are embracing it. We are embracing it. We are feeling it. It is a part of us. It's healing us. It's healing us, body, mind, and soul. It's healing you, body, mind, and soul. Body, mind, and soul. And we're taking this energy in. We're taking it in. We are illumined. We are a great magnifying glass of God energy. And we are blessed. We are empowered. We are empowered this very moment in time and space. We are empowered in a new way, a new dynamic way. And we embrace it. And we connect with our teachers and our whoever is helping us from beyond, who have tread this path before, and who knows how to help us. And we have the congregation to help, the classes to help. And we are blessed. Blessed beyond our wildest dreams, we are blessed. Thank you, God. Thank you for blessing us with the presence, the power, the energy to move us into a new direction of being. So now as you take a deep breath and you come back to the presence of this room, open your eyes, just look at your spiritual family with new eyes, knowing that we all are moving in consciousness in a magnificent way. thank you for your presence. You bless me, you bless